Hello, and welcome to today's session, The New Normal, Marketing with Data in a Constantly Evolving Landscape. My name is Karen Wood. I'm the Senior Director of Product Marketing here at Acquia, and I'm very pleased to be joined today by two leaders from one of Acquia's CDP customers, PVH, which is one of the leading fashion brands and lifestyle companies in the world. Their brand portfolio includes Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger. And I'm also joined today by another Alcuin, Alfonso Correa, who has been working really closely with the PVH team. Alfonso, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, thanks, Karen. As Karen mentioned, my name is Alfonso Correa. I'm a global account executive at Acquia, and my role at Acquia is to make sure that the army of Acquians that are involved in supporting PVH are all aligned to their growth goals, and that we're driving best practices around the CDP, and that we continue to drive value in PVH's investment in Acquia. And with that, pass it over to Rohan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rohan Mittal. I'm the Senior Director of Global Marketing and Consumer Technologies here at PVH. I oversee multiple platforms, including Acquia CDP, and I work closely with our business teams on executing our customer marketing roadmaps. In the past, I've had multiple roles within e-commerce, MarTech, customer data domains across several industries. I'm excited to be here today and speaking to you all. Barbara?
Hi, I'm Barbara Von Yu, Director of Business Process here at PVH, really leading the role in organizational process excellence for data-driven strategies and consumer loyalty that increases engagement. Been in the retail industry for a while on the technology and the retail side, and I'm really excited to participate today and talk with the Acquia team.
We're so thrilled to have you all here. I'll kick the discussion off with just a general question about PVH and how business has evolved over the last couple of years, and a time when so many things have evolved and changed. We are now finding our way coming out of COVID, hopefully. What has changed for PVH in this sort of post-COVID landscape as we kind of continue to evolve into the new era? Barbara, I'll start with you.
So much has changed, as we all know. I think that COVID really accelerated online shopping. Customers that would normally shop in store have now felt comfortable shopping online, which has really advanced the omni-channel experience, which really accelerated. It was on our plans to be more omni-channel and focused, but this has accelerated it now that customers are shopping more online.
And Rohan, can you add to that just with your perspective of being in the retail industry and what you've seen regarding just overall trends?
Yeah, certainly. Like Barbara said, I think the customer is getting more comfortable getting online. And especially post-COVID, we saw how everything shut down, and a lot of companies, retail and otherwise, they accelerated their digital transformation program. A lot of the businesses were not even online at some point, and even the mom and pop shops, they decided that, well, the only way for us to get in there is to go online and reach a wider audience. So the customer behavior has certainly changed. People are getting more comfortable. They're spending more time on their devices, on the mobile devices versus desktops. However, they're trying to reach all different parts, all different ways of getting to the brand to get the most out of it. You can see how the brands are running a lot more promotions now to get the customers into their markets, trying to engage them more and more. So I think definitely something that would have taken 10 years to get to is post-COVID. We are already seeing a lot of these companies, opening up their doors, and then customers trying to get in as fast as they can.
Yeah, we're seeing that behavior even, a year past when stores were closing for safety. We're seeing that behavior continue, where people are continuing to shop online and are really looking for personalized messages from the brands that they frequent.
That's really interesting. I think when we think about COVID and we think about consumers spending a lot more time, in front of screens and doing, less shopping in person, Amazon comes to mind. And traditionally retailers look at Amazon as competition, but I don't think it's as black and white as that. Have you guys seen kind of a change in how retail treats its relationship with Amazon?
I'll go first. I think we still treat Amazon as a competitor, right? That doesn't change. But I think again, the mindset is definitely changing. I think Amazon can also be used as a channel. And I think a lot of brands are realizing Amazon to feature them as a channel similar to a lot of other wholesale channels that we have. Obviously, the reach that Amazon has, the customer market that they have today, I think it makes sense for a lot of brands to partner with them. It also changes the boundary discussion that we had in the past, right? That a seller from outside of US is able to sell their product within US. All of those things Amazon has made possible. The global outreach that we have through Amazon, I think, is definitely something that brands consider. They're definitely looking to partner with them and go along with them. Doesn't mean that they agree with everything that Amazon does, but it's a channel. You just have to look at it that way and partner with them.
Yeah, I'd also say that it influences the expectation of the consumer, because Amazon has been able to, deliver quickly and also provide really incentive to buy what you want. And I think it influenced how people want to react with the brands that they enjoy, and they're expecting quick delivery. They're expecting you to know what they want. So it has also impacted, Amazon has also impacted how people interact, I think, with brands.
Yeah, and in addition to learning to live with Amazon and even leverage Amazon as another channel, as more and more people have come online, what else have you noticed has changed with so many engagements being digital for consumers today? Barbara, maybe start with you.
Oh, sure. I would say people are really looking for personalization. They're really looking to get a message that's relevant to them. I feel that they're expecting, if they're going to provide us with data as they do, they expect us to use it, obviously safely, but to know them, to help them with selection of product, getting the product that they're interested in based on their previous behavior. So I believe that that's also been really important. And I think a lot of retailers are really working hard on delivering those personalized messages, whether it's through product or the right message at the right time, the right price. Some of those old standards, but I think it become even critically more important as the consumer is really driving the experience, and we're trying to catch up to that.
Yeah,
That's great.
certainly.
Ron, sorry.
Wow. I was just going to add to what Barbara is saying. I think personalization is the key, right? That has always been the key, but more and more personalization is becoming, something that the customer expects now, right? You can't be a customer for a product and getting emails about a totally different line of products, because that's not your interest, right? So not only do people want personalization, they actually want brands to tell them what should they buy and when they should buy it, right? So I bought the shirt. Everybody has that level of personalization where they can say, if you have bought this category, you may also like this other category because other people like it. Well, great, but how about telling me that I bought this blue shirt that goes well with these blue jeans, and based on my purchase history, looks like this is another color that would really suit this your personality. So I think that's the kind of engagement that customer is looking for. Everybody is super busy these days, right? And there are so many brands, there are so many other things that compete for their attention. So the more personalized the content is, the more the customer is going to engage with you, and the better likelihood of them making a purchase.
That's
Very
really
true.
great. I think we've, and we've spent, I think, a lot of time, Barbara, especially with you at PVH, working through kind of going from a segmentation into more machine learned approach. And now we're starting to leverage more Acquia machine learning. It'd be great if you could talk a little bit about, that journey and how we're, using machine learning to get to that, one-to-one approach in personalization.
Yeah, absolutely. I think marketers are becoming more and more uh, um, savvy with using predictive modeling and machine learning, because while RFM, the old recency, frequency, monetary value model, still works, we really need to get an advantage and nuance about some of those behaviors. So when you use a behavioral model or you use a product model, you have insights that you would not normally see in the data just by sight. So having that predictive capability really drives incremental value, I think, to campaigns and to really the insights about our consumer. Some things that you might not uncover normally. You might find, a really strong VIP group that you may have been overlooking, or you may have found a group of people that are lapsed and really need to be reactivated. And so I think that predictive and machine learning aspect is becoming more and more important to marketers, and really helping drive that incremental value for consumers as well as for brands.
Yeah, and looking ahead to the future, we hear a lot about the cookieless, everything's changing, lots of brands are starting to prepare. Do you have any, can you share how PVH is thinking about these upcoming changes and what other retailers might want to consider as we kind of move into this new frontier?
I'll start. So I think it's still an evolving topic, right? Apple obviously introduces changes time and again that are putting people's privacy over a lot of these, what brands consider critical to their businesses, and in some respect, that's fine. I think we all need to worry about all of those things, and I think the important thing is that the brands need to evolve. Some of those previous metrics that we were looking at are going to get constantly challenged by the ecosystem from Apple and Google and all of these. And as more privacy comes into the picture, we know there is CCPA, there is GDPR in Europe. There would be more such laws that will come out that will then, make us think differently. I don't think there is a direct answer here in terms of how we can engage with it just yet. I think we are looking at different models. We are looking at different parameters, attributes that we can start looking at. Giving, our reporting needs to change, and we have to just look at consumer behavior differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if I can piggyback off what Rohan said, it's so true. We're monitoring very, very closely the impact of the iOS 15 update with privacy. And we're monitoring, the numbers, how it's impacting open rates, and so it's still very, very new. And we've talked to a lot of experts, and it's an evolving, as Rohan said, it's an evolving space. So we will be shifting some of our strategies as based on that. And to Rohan's point, reporting as well. Whereas open used to be, a very key critical attribute. Not sure that will be the case in the future.
Yeah, we hear about that a lot in terms of reporting and analyzing changes as the market shifts towards these changes, particularly for a brand like you, where you have your data in one place via a CDP. I think we are out of time, so thank you all for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to be here.